Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Riverlore, and welcome to Icarus. We're going to go ahead and get started with a brand new Riverlore, and we're going to do an open world on Olympus. We'll go ahead and just call it River's World. Why not? Going to be completely from scratch. No special stuff from the UDA or anything else like that. Anything else like that would be uncivilized. Of course, we all know that the UDA doesn't like helping anybody. Popping into the game, we're not going to go into any of the extreme biomes, the desert, and the frost, or the advanced. My purpose of this new open world is going to be to have fun and to be instructional. Over Christmas, I seen that they had a big double XP event and they had it on sale. And apparently, there's almost 1 million of you crazy SOBs out there who bought the game and are going to be jumping into it. And it kind of reminded me of when Mrs. River and I first jumped into the game, and just the sheer scale of the game and everything that there is to learn and how challenging that was. And over the years that I've been playing it, I've learned a lot of little tips and tricks that I wish I had known when I first started playing. So the whole purpose of this new campaign is going to be hopefully to teach some tips and tricks to some of you new players. To all of my existing subscribers who haven't seen me do a video in almost a year, I have no words. Thank you for sticking around. And I hope that you're happy and pleasantly surprised to see me come back. And I hope that I'll get your support. The last video I recorded was almost a year ago. I had 180 subscribers. And as of today, when I'm recording this episode, I still have 174. So that means over the period of a year, I only lost 6 of you. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for that. I hope you'll give me another chance and some more of your time to watch and have fun. And with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and jump into the river area here and get this party started. So thank you very much. Let's go ahead and go through this for the umpteenth number of times and hear what Saul has to say to us. I started playing the game again back in December, and man, it has grown so much, and so many of the changes that they've made have been really, really cool. Could you actually imagine sitting in one of these hurtling towards another planet?
First things first, if you want to complete missions for the UDA, you'll need to craft a short-range radio. Plenty of folks need help, and factions pay well for prospectors that offer their time. It's up to you. Stay safe.
Let's see where we actually ended up on the map. I have an idea of where I want to go. To build our shop, our foothold on this terrifying, strange new world that the UDA has sent us to. We currently are over here in grid number F4, and we're going to try and make our way all the way over to grid number B3. So, as usual, let's jump out and start collecting. Oh, I kind of like this. I think this feels a little bit private, like there's not a bunch of stuff that's going to be popping up. So that's exceptionally cool. We got a little bit of oxite right here with us. So for those of you who are experienced, you can just sit back and watch. You know what's going on here. For those of you who aren't, and you're watching this maybe for, you know, only the 5th time or the first time or whatever, the most important thing when you first hit planet side is to make sure that you start collecting immediately. Because as said previously, UDA is not known as a generous employer. And they certainly don't send you down with a abundance of stuff. As a matter of fact, they send you down with squat. So we need to collect as much stuff as we possibly can, and then we need to try and get that first level so we can create some of the things that we need to protect ourselves from the local wildlife. I know exactly where we are right now. That's wonderful. We're going to just leave that moa alone, obviously, because we don't even have anything to protect ourselves. Okay. Actually, I think that we have enough right now that we're going to go through and we're going to craft the pickaxe, the stone pickaxe, and the stone axe. Move those over to slot 2 and slot 3. We're going to go ahead and mine this, harvest this tree before it disappears on us. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. Okay. So, how are we doing for rock? Craft. It looks like we don't have any right now. So let's come down here. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go ahead. So normally, my recommendation when you get that first level, you're going to want to take a look at your skills and everything else like that you select. Your skills are accessed by coming into the tech tree, and you start off with 4 points when you hit your first level. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to spend your points as effectively as possible. So for me, I always start off by doing the stone knife. I pick the stone knife simply because when it comes to skinning and harvesting an animal, you can't do it without a knife. Then I go to the wood spear, and then I go to the bandage, and I go to the fire pit. So the reason I select the wood spear is because not only does it enable us to, let's go ahead and just show you, we'll create the knife. Not only does it give us a reaching weapon that we can use from, say, higher up on a rock or anything else like that, but it also enables us to create javelins. And javelins, where they're not as accurate as, say, the bow or anything else like that, the one advantage that they have is they give us stopping power. So if we would have gone in and learnt that bow and the stone arrow, the maximum critical that you'll get with a stone arrow is like 140 points. Whereas with this javelin, then you're actually going to be able to get up to 1,100 point criticals. So I always like to do that. We're going to go ahead and gather some oxite. So currently, we come down to the planet side with whatever oxygen we have in our tank, or in our spacesuit, and that's it. Like, we literally have no other way of breathing. So what you do is you take the oxide, you put it into your spacesuit that the UD has so generously provided you, and it will actually process that ore, extract the oxygen that's inside of it, and then turn it, allow you to breathe. So we'll grab a couple of these. Out of breath. So two of the biggest challenges that you're going to run into when you first come planet side is space, inventory space. This is going to fill up incredibly fast. And then the other thing, the issue that you're going to run into is stamina. You're going to run out of stamina a lot when you first get into the game. There's ways that you can mitigate that, so that's what we'll do. We're going to actually go ahead while we're down here. I see these smaller rocks, which is kind of nice. So we're actually going to break down one of these rocks. I don't usually do this early in the game, but we don't have to worry about getting jumped when we're down here. It seems like we're on a little bit of a ledge, which you can't say for most other areas when you first come into the game. Also, you get XP for everything that you do in Icarus. So if you take a look at that, right above my level on the top left of the screen, we've already gotten 750 XP from mining this rock so far. Every time we hit it with our pick, we get XP. It's a timely process right now because we have no stamina, but the most important function of the stone when you first start mining is that you use it to repair your items. So if you come in and right click and hit repair, if you don't have a stone in your inventory, then that's eventually just going to break. One thing that I don't like doing, some people who play this game, they're going to come into the game and they're going to take like 50, 60 stone out of this, and then they're going to leave it standing. There's something inside of me that thinks that this, in essence, is evil. So if I start a rock, in extenuating circumstances, I may leave it, but most of the time, I will come in and finish it for sure. So I apologize for the riveting video that we're shooting right now, but I promise I'll make it up later on. Stamina! Looks like we're starting to get a little bit low on water. We're going to see what we can do to fix that. We're going to use every bit of this rock up. Just want to make sure that we're getting it as good as we possibly can. Want to make sure that we don't have any floaters in the air. There's nothing worse than running through an area for your life and then finding out that there's a floater and it ends up stopping you in your tracks. Oh. Okay, let's go down here very carefully. All right, let's go ahead and collect some more fiber. Oh, this is so good. Pardon me. Oh, sorry about that. Let's go in here and we're going to craft some bandages. We'll just go ahead and make 10. 10 is the maximum, and if you only want to use one of your inventory slots. Anything more and it'll spill over into another. lava. All right, we got another level. So, crafting. It's making those arrows. We're going to take this and put it into there. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to be going into this cave in a shortly. But for now, we're going to go ahead and create a fire. And we need some charcoal right now. So we're going to go ahead and right-click. Actually, let's put it just inside the cave. Make sure that we have shelter. So if it rains. So when you just kind of sneak your way into the cave at first, and until you get this. This lets you know that you're actually inside the cave. It's a debuff that you take when you go into a cave. So let's go ahead and deploy this fire pit there. Throw some wood and start burning. And the reason we're doing this is because when this actually ends up burning, we're going to get some charcoal and we can use that for a water filtration system. So that being said, let's go into our points. We have 3 more points here. So we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to create a torch. We're going to create the basic water purifiers. And then I think, no sense in learning the bow right now. Probably should have learned that, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and learn. Let's keep that last point. Normally I would learn the bow. Made a bit of a boo-boo there, but okay. Now we're going to go and try and collect some fur. Whenever we go running through here, we want to make sure we're collecting as we're going. Make sure it's stuff that you're just going to use. Like, for instance, I'm not going to use those berries right now. If you've ever been in sales or know anybody in sales, they may have used the term ABC with you. It means always be closing. My Icarus take on it is always be collecting. Oh. Okay, so let's see if we can't. Oh no. There we go. That's what I was talking about. 1112 points. Just gonna pick up the body and bring it back over here. Even though it was a relatively safe space over there, when you do go into to skin the body, it is a rather timely process, and I've been jumped many times when I've done that. So if I think there's any chance whatsoever of getting jumped, I'll always take the body someplace to a bit of a safer location. Collect a few more rocks. We're going to go in and we're going to create or repair our stuff. See if there's any more animals around. Well, no, we are certainly running out of... Oh, I see something that's going to help us, actually. Come over here. It looks like we've got some watermelon that we discovered. So let's go ahead and consume that. It will take care of a bit of our water problem. We're going to go through and collect these carrots. There's a reason why we're doing that. I'll show you in just a second here. There's another carrot. All right. Yeah, let's collect a little bit of this as well, since there doesn't seem to be a bunch of animals around. All right, so we're going to go into the cave here. Inside of each cave is, well, not every cave on the planet, but almost every cave on the planet has cave worms. That's why I was talking about going into the cave so stealthily at first. We're going to go ahead and throw the carrots on there. We're going to throw the soybeans on there. And we're going to cook both of those. When you look at the carrots, for instance, there's your raw carrot. Then you go in and you have a barbecued carrot. So the barbecued carrot will actually go in and give you plus 75% maximum stamina, plus 5% projectile damage, plus 50 food when consumed. So if you're hungry, it'll fill you up. Then we're going to go through and we're going to cook some soy. And I believe that the soy gives us a little bit of a hit point buff. So it'll give us actually plus 75 maximum health. So by eating these two things, we're going to get plus 75 health. So we're right now at 330. So by eating this, this will take us up to over 400. And then stamina-wise, we're going to get another 75 stamina. Now, let's craft a torch like I learned. That's going to put it in the L on your bar here. So we'll go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and grab this and craft our water filtration system. We needed 10 charcoal to make it. But then we'll also need some charcoal to filter whatever water we are able to find. So let's go in. We're going to go very quietly because we don't want to go rushing in and have all the worms come up at once on us. Okay, so we're going to go here. Ah, son of a... Well, that wasn't very smart. Let's get the heck out of here, actually. Well, that wasn't the best example of how to do it. We're going to sit here and wait for the next 12 seconds to see if this kills us. So if you take a look, we're actually taking damage. And the reason we're taking damage is because of the poison that the worms spit at you. So let's go give that another go. We need to be quicker. Something's going on. You know what? I got a couple of meat here. Let's do something. Okay. Let's go ahead and cook this meat. Let's just reset this cave. That wasn't overly impressive. Let's grab that barbecued carrot. So the reason we're cooking this meat is that when you start the game off, you don't get any kind of healing potions. They have herbalism in this game, and you do eventually are able to craft something that will, give you some health back. But at first, you don't actually get it. So if we go in and we take a look at this particular meat, it's raw meat, and we look over here, you'll see that we get a plus 75 maximum health buff. But if you look at the very top, it says plus 20 health when consumed. So it's actually going to give us 20 hit points back for each one of these that we eat. So we'll let this second one cook. It ain't amazing. It ain't a lot of hit points, but those 40 hit points that we get will actually make a big, big difference. And we're going to get into the cave so we're out of this storm that's coming. Deactivate. Let's go and throw that in there. So right now we have 185 hit points. We're going to consume. We have 205. We're going to consume. And we have 225. Let's grab our things one more time. Oh, why is something's wrong? Sorry, bear with me for a second. For some reason, it's not letting me... How are we doing for stamina? All right. I'm going to do a little bit of the old-fashioned way. Whew, for once we didn't get hit. Okay, so that took out that worm. We're going to run in here. Oh, no, we're getting out of here now. That is too many to start off with. This cave has a ton of worms. What a crazy way to start our adventure together, guys. Just bear with me. I promise I'll get through this. Okay, let's go. Stab, stab. Stab, stab. Come on. At least he's not spitting poison at me. Repair. All right. Whew. Let's go ahead and put this down now, which was the whole point. And then we're going to put this charcoal in there. If you take a look at the basic water purifier, you see the number going up on the right side there, 0.19, 0.2. So now we're going to just have a nice, big, refreshing drink of water. All right, let's get that. I'm not exactly sure what is going on in regards to us not being able to. Here's what I suspect is going on. Because we're in a cave right off, you'll see here we're getting minus 33% maximum stamina. And then we have what's called cave sickness, which gives us another minus 50% maximum stamina. And then, oh no, this isn't affecting our stamina. So those two things, between those two things, we're like minus 88% maximum stamina. In order for us to be able to cock the spear, you can hear the trees just coming down out there. In order for us to be able to cock the spear, we need to have a certain amount of stamina, which we don't have. So for now, there's really no sense in us being here if we can't even kill one of those things. So we're going to so now you see, if we go back to the spear, because we don't have that initial cave issue, we're actually able to draw the spear back. Okay, a couple more things to go over here with you really quickly. Apologize, like I said, for that delay there. So the first thing is we've gone in and we've discussed using our talent points. This is how we learn to do certain things. Talent points are really advantageous, but you have to spend them very selectively when you first start out, because it's very easy to spend them on the wrong thing. Hence, what I did with the bow and arrow. I probably should have learned that at second level. So there's no sense in learning the bow if I can't learn the arrows, so to speak. The next thing that you're going to see along the top here is talents. And when it comes to talents, every level you'll get one or two of them. And then by having talents, this is how you actually grow your character permanently. So you're able to go in and you have straight talent points and you have solo talent points. Obviously, if you're spending your points in solo, it means that when you're playing solo, you get to take advantage of the talents that you learn here. If you're playing with other people, you don't. So we're having a real stamina issue right now. So we're going to go ahead and put our point into here, which says plus 20 maximum stamina. Okay. And then when it comes over here, look at this. probably should have spent points in there, and we wouldn't have had to go through that whole cave issue. So we're going to go ahead and put our first 3 points into there, and that's going to grow our stamina pool immensely. Okay? One of the other reasons why I spend my talent points there is because I want to actually work in the hunting area to get to a specific point. So my next point is going to go into strong shoulders, which increases movement speed when carrying animal carcasses, which I don't do a ton of, but you've seen me do it. And then the next thing, we're going to put our next point into health bars. Health bars actually means that if there's something hiding out there in the bush, we'll actually be able to see the health bar for it. And we're not going to have to worry about getting jumped by something. It's getting a little late in the day, and we could sure use some more meat buffs. Let's go ahead and take the food buff and the stamina buff that we currently have. I don't generally like using stuff this small. We usually have creatures that we've killed earlier in the game that will give us better food buffs. Let's go ahead and just grab another oxite while we're here. What a corny beginning. I don't think I've ever been that inept at a beginning in my entire time playing Icarus. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go ahead and move that over there. Okay. Now we gotta sneak up on this. These guys are notoriously hard to kill. Because they're very, very hard to just get a crit on for some reason. Where did he go? We're not giving up on him. Normally I don't go charging this far into the bush because there's so many monsters, so many animals around. Could be a grizzly here, there could be a wolf here, but I don't feel like giving up. I need at least one victory in this stupid. Oh no, shoot. I just heard a bear. We're gonna shift gears. Nope. Okay. Wow, I am winning. Thank God. We're not able to pick him up because he's a frickin' horse. Let's get back to the water's edge, which I believe is this way, yes. Holy crap, we went way inland. I really, really hope we don't run into a bear right now. One of the reasons why I'm being so insistent on trying to kill this stuff is because it's getting close to nighttime here. And It's getting very close to nighttime here. And the thing about that is, if you don't have a sleeping bag to sleep through the night, then you have to actually play through the night. And it is very dark and scary in the world of Icarus. We're going to wait for this guy to come turn around so we can try and get that headshot. Oh, look at this. Nope. Wow, we're having a rough time. How many fur do we have so far? A whopping 6, and we need 20 for our sleeping bag. Can't we just have a really easy wolf right now? Please? Oh, there we go. Yay! Wolves don't tend to have a lot of fur, but that's fine. We'll take whatever we can get right now. Winning! Man. Let's just take a moment of zen. And look how beautiful this world is they created. I swear to God, if you take a moment when you're playing it, you can almost feel the breeze on your face. There's usually a lot more wildlife here. I don't know what's going on here. Let's do this. We have 1 point. Oh, no, we have more points left. Okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to make ourselves some very basic armor. All right. So we have that very basic piece, a very basic armor set that we just made. Let's go along ahead and look at the torch so we can see what's going on. Now look at us. Now we look like a hunter, hey? Okay. Let's go over just a couple more things here real quick while we're just catching our breath and taking a moment. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is a couple of things that I didn't go over with you when we came into the game that I recommend changing. I thought I seen a horse. I'm going to relax and let him be. Oh, I see what that was. That's a spider. So yet another mistake I made. All right. So we're going to go into here. We're going to go into custom world settings, and we're going to disable those spiders because they're terrifying. All right. Let's get back into it. Couple of different settings that I really do strongly recommend changing before you come into the game. I'm just going to take a quick moment while it's nice and quiet and peaceful and go over those with you. So let's go ahead and go into settings. Let's come over to gameplay. And one of the first things that I recommend is that we turn the kill cam off. So remember when I killed that deer, I got that 1100 point crit and I killed it with one arrow, with spear. If I had not done that, it would have zoomed in, shown the kill shot, and I would have been able to do absolutely nothing for about a period of about 3-4 seconds. It may not seem like a lot, but if you have a 700-pound grizzly bear bearing down on you who wants to chew on you, it makes a really, really big difference. So in the same way that it seems to take a long time when we're skinning an animal, the kill cam can be very, very dangerous that way as well. So I recommend that you turn it off. Okay. The other thing that I recommend that you turn off is I recommend that you turn off fiber, foliage, and large stones. And the reason I recommend that is because Icarus is a very, very, very personal game. So being able to craft the environment around wherever you're building your home and your shop and stuff can make a really big difference. We're going to kill that horse. Can make a really, really big difference. So there we go. Let's go ahead and skin him. So for myself, I actually like to fireproof my forest, for instance. Any forest, any woods that I have around wherever I'm going to build eventually, I like to go through and space the trees so they don't catch on fire. Like you see how close together these all are. So I would probably cut this tree out just to make sure that if one tree caught fire, the whole forest didn't go down. And I would also go through and clean out all this. So when you don't have those things turned off and you come back into the game, it actually means that they'll all come back. So imagine if I were to build my house right here and I took the time and got rid of this rock. The next time I came into the game, the rock would be back. So I really, really do strongly recommend that you turn those off as well. And you can turn those off anytime. And then the last thing that I would recommend is that we go into settings and we go to controls and we come down and we create a loot all button. So because that skinning can take so long, having that one button that you can hit right off the bat also can save your life. So we're going to skin this, and instead of having to hand pick everything, I'm just going to hit the V, and bam, it's all in my inventory. Hi, sorry, I heard you had some fur. So if you go through and you make those 4 little changes, in my opinion, it can really make a big difference in the game. And I highly recommend them. When you're watching, please make sure if there's any personal settings that you experienced players recommend as well, by all means, go ahead and leave a comment and let us know. If it's something that's really, really cool, then I'll make sure that I bring it up in our next video and let people know who sent us that. Anyways, okay, so what do we got going on here? We got some more meat. Our buffs are almost over, so let's go ahead and eat some of that. And our oxite is almost gone, so let's get another oxite. And how are we doing on the fur? We got 17, so we're almost there. You know, despite the hijinks with the cave at the beginning, it's a really good learning experience and a really good example of how you have to focus when you're playing the game and make sure that you're doing everything right. So if I had, for instance, gone in and just spent my 3 points there and I had put that 1 point here, we probably wouldn't have had that issue and we wouldn't have been frustrated. So it may have been hilarious for you guys to watch, but it really is a good learning opportunity. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to come into our talents, that being said, and we're going to go ahead and put 1 more point into here. So we're plus 50 to our maximum stamina. And then we're going to go back into talents, and we're going to put 1 point here. And then we're going to put, actually, I'm going to save that point right now before we spend it to try and show you the significance of it. We need to find 1 more monster anyways. Another really quick thing I'm going to show you here. You'll see that our torch is getting down to roughly half. I normally would be perfectly fine with that, but just as an opportunity to teach you something here real quick, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to destroy that. If we let that torch burn down to nothing, we get absolutely nothing out of it. But if we wait until it's almost burnt up, and then we right click and hit destroy, then we're going to get 20 fiber and 4 sticks back. And then we can actually go in, because it's dark, and actually just go in and craft another one. And we'll be able to use those resources that we took from the other torch. I hear a moa. Let's actually go into our points now. Learn the bow. Let's go ahead and craft it. And, oh, can we? Let's actually go ahead and create a whole 100 arrows right off the bat. Aha! All right. Let's see if he has the last 3 fur that we need. He did not. However, oops. However, I see that there was a youngin down here. I know, I probably should have let him live, but at this point, beggars can't be choosers. And of course, he only had 2. One more. Ooh. Let's grab. No, nope. Let's grab him. Just gonna go up here. We're gonna drop him. Fix our dagger. We're gonna skid him. And we got the fur that we need, so that's great. So now, because we waited so long to go back to our water filtration system and it's showing we're out of water, I'm going to show you what happens when you drink unfiltered water. And I'm going to go ahead and have a drink. So now what's happened, because I drank this unfiltered water, we've got tainted water. Consuming tainted water has a 15% chance to cause dysentery. I don't know if you guys know what dysentery is, but it basically means that you shit yourself for a very long extended period of time and feel like you want to die. Oh, you know what? Nope. What the... Please be bacon, please be bacon. Sometimes when you're out and about, out and about, you need to drink dirty water if you don't plan properly. Because it's so early in the game, we haven't done that. Look at this. Oh, I love killing Moa. Oh, I thought it was dead. Let's turn that light back on. Oops. He walked right in front of me. All right. So what do you guys think? So far, do I look like a pro? I would imagine so, eh? If we actually don't get dysentery, I'm going to be really amazed. I don't think I've ever had it happen where I've drank tainted water and not got it. Let's go ahead and fix our dagger. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to do something a little cheeky here right now. I'm actually going to go through to my talent points. And I don't normally spend them this way, but I think I'm going to. Let's go into combat. I have 2 points left. I'm going to put 1 point into running with knives, so it increases our movement speed. But then I'm going to put a point into reinforced blades, and this actually makes our dagger an extra 25% stronger by spending that point. we're going to go ahead and destroy this one. And I want you to look at it because it's not glowing or anything else like that. But we're going to go ahead and destroy that one. And now we're going to go ahead and craft one. And if I'm right, now you see it's got that glow around it, and it says durable, plus 25% maximum health. So now our dagger is actually a little bit stronger than it was before. Oh, I love that. All right. Let's go in here. Let's put this bacon in there. Let's go ahead and cook this, and we're going to cook that pumpkin as well. Now we're going to come back in here slowly. You see we're cold now. So we're taking hits to stamina regen, to food consumption, to water consumption. And we're going to drink some good water. And we have less than a minute to go. I'm going to go in here and we're going to spend some more points. And we're going to learn our bedroll, and we're going to learn our drying rack. This looks really cool. This looks really, really cool. So this is something that they just added to the game. So you used to be able to stack stone and wood piles if you had a bunch of it, and you wanted to leave it someplace, or if you wanted to save it to use for later, but they never had fur. That is really, really cool. How many more blueprint points do we have? All right, so another thing we're going to spend another blueprint point on, and again, an opportunity to learn something. We're going to go through and we're going to put it into the wood building base set. And then we're going to go in and craft, and we're going to create some ramps. And I'll show you why we're going to do that. All right, we got cave lung, but we don't have dysentery. And unlike before, because those extra, you can see that if I want to throw my spear that I can. Let's craft 2 more stacks. We have another storm coming. Let's bring the fire a little bit closer in. Once it's done with this meat, it won't get wet there, never mind. Okay, so the reason I created those things is because if you look right there, you'll see that we got, oh, no. Let's get out of the cave. Stab that bee. We're going to stand by the fire and we're going to warm up. So once again, we got too many debuffs on us and I wasn't actually able to attack. Well, so we need some food buffs. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to eat a bacon. We're going to have a carrot, and we're going to have some more of this. Now we're going to actually have 3 different food buffs on us. That bacon is a good one, though. It gives us health and stamina. Of course, he's going to pop right there. 1, 2, 3. Some of you may be wondering why I'm not shooting those bees out of the air. The reason being is that you can't actually kill them with ranged. You actually have to kill them with melee. Because that water is being such a pain in the ass right now and really causing some issues for me, we're going to go ahead and put a ramp here. we're going to pull this out, and we're going to take that. And all right, so we destroyed that bee's nest up there. Dead. Dead. We're going to go ahead and use the ramps again. Dead. Wow, nothing is coming easy this episode, guys. I assure you that it's going to get better. Let's go ahead and grab our other ramp. Some people, if you watch other streamers, some people don't like to use ramps. Some people like to use ladders. For myself, I prefer the ramps. Because you can literally, if you got someplace that's up high, you can just go like that, and like that, and then wham, you're up high. And you can mine what you need. Right now, we don't actually... Let's go ahead and heal ourselves. We're going to use the meat that we have. That's one of the reasons why we keep this type of meat and we burn it. Or we cook it. So that when we run into situations like this where we have next to no hit points, we can go ahead and get some of them back. Let's go and craft. Let's create a sleeping bag. I'm going to put the sleeping bag right down on top of this coal mine. Now, when you put the sleeping bag down, you're going to notice that you have press enter to go to bed, press to enter bed, hold to set spawn point, and hold to pick up. We're not actually going to hold to set the spawn point here. We're going to wait till we get where we want to go. We might need to take the sleeping bag with us. So now, in regards to the beehive, earlier in the game, earlier in this episode, I mentioned about how you can have real issues with inventory space. Honeycombs are incredibly important in the game. They're used for a number of different things. In particular, they're used to make potions. And in order to be able to build your beehive at level 15, you need to have 10 of these in your inventory. So I always like to, early in the game, because they're harder to come by than most animals, I usually like to make sure that I have those 10 squirreled away so I can create my beehive right away, right off the bat. And then we have a couple worker bees. Sometimes you may get a queen bee. And they're the ones who, once you have that beehive made, they're the ones who generate more honeycombs. So I think that they're important enough that we're going to go ahead and dedicate that space in our inventory to do that. We got a fire. Let's see if it's close enough for us to be able to sleep. It is. So let's go ahead and pick that up. We're going to run down to the end of the cave. We're going to have another drink. We're going to pick this up and take it with us. Again, you can see how small our stamina bar is there because we've been into the cold water and we have the cave lung again. We are out of space now. I think that I'm going to actually see There's another thing that's really important, first aid wise. We're going to go ahead and make the suture kit. If and when we get to the point where we go to fight a grizzly, they can sometimes hit you and give you a deep wound. And if you actually read this, you'll see a basic medical kit for healing deep wounds. If you don't actually heal the deep wound when you get one, then it can become infected, and then you get what's called a festering wound, and you don't want a festering wound. We definitely need these, and it's actually going to use up some resources in our inventory for a good reason and free up some space for us. So we're going to create 10 of those as well. Let's go ahead and put it in our F slot. We're also going to keep the spoiled meat, and we're going to keep the spoiled plants as well. And there's, again, when you hit a certain level, there's things that you can make where you need a minimal amount of these in your inventory. So I'm going to keep that dedicated space there. Some people just toss them out. For myself, everybody. That's the most amazing thing about Icarus is everybody has their own way of playing, and their own tips and tricks and stuff. And so mine is not the gospel by any stretch of the imagination. All right, deactivate. Take that. Sort. We're gonna go ahead and pick this up. And let's look at the map. Actually, let's get the... Oh, we just got a brand new cave lung. How special. Okay, so as I said before, we're heading over to B3. We're right here, so let's go ahead and make our way to here. Let's make sure all of our stuff is repaired, including our reinforced dagger. Our bow is also very, very weak at this level. Oh, another tip. Let's say that you're on a cliff and you're walking along and you don't necessarily want to fall down. If you put yourself in stealth, it won't let you. So I'm actually pushing forward, so it won't let me fall down. Now, if I'm not in stealth, then I will fall down. So just a little tip. Let's turn that. I bet you we're going to get low on oxygen about now, so let's go and grab one of these. Looks like we're doing okay weight-wise. One of the things I'm going to be doing a little bit differently this time as opposed to the first couple of series that I did with Icarus back in the day, is I'm actually going to make these episodes. I'm going to shoot for about 2 hours an episode. There's all sorts of different trains of thought on that. In regards to, let's go ahead and have a look at this. In regards to like the perfect length, some people like shorter length stuff. So if they're on their lunch hour, or they just have a quick half hour before they're going to bed or something like that, they're not having to stay up late and watch the whole thing. For myself, one of my goals in coming back and doing this again is to first of all make sure that I'm having fun. Look at this. There we go. Kill the bee. No. Perfect. Nice. All right, so just like that, we have our 10 honeycombs. So we're still only using the 2 spaces, so that's absolutely fantastic. We're going to go through and we're going to eat the crunchy soy, and we're going to eat This is closer to rotting than this, so we're going to eat this. Both of these give you stamina. For me, I really, really like having extra stamina in case I have to run away like a great big chicken. How are we doing for arrows? We still got lots of arrows left, so that's good. I'm not going to go ahead. I'm going to let this guy live right now. Like I could kill him with one shot anyways. Let's be honest. All right. Uh-huh. Look how helpful that was. Okay, so we've still got lots of oxite. Oopsie. How come? Oh, all right, I didn't spend it. So, you see that horse over there and you see the grizzly bear that just was yelling at us? Let's go ahead and put our last point into here. And look at that. Now he doesn't catch us by surprise. And we're actually able to see him while we run away from him. Ay, caramba. We are trying to get like over here. So let's... You know what? I am going to kill this guy for a very specific reason. They have a type of meat. They have a type of meat on wolves called stringy meat. And if I can get it, I like to have it because it serves a very specific purpose. He's looking right at us. Okay, fine. He's going to try and sneak up on us. Life is what life is. Let's go ahead and put our fire out. We're going to take the game as it comes to us. Let's go ahead and cook this. And we're not going to let that bacon go to waste. And the other thing that has happened... Oops. I was talking to you about things that I collect that I think are valuable at the beginning, and this is another one, salt. Salt can sometimes be common in areas where you happen to build, and sometimes it is not. And so I will always make space for salt, like so. I'm going to bring that down into here. And the nice thing about it is it's very, very light. Right, so these pumpkins, for instance, are 3 kilograms, but this salt over here is like 0.2 of a kilogram. So it's very, very light. At level 10, we'll actually be able to create a salter, and then we can salt our meat and make it last a lot longer. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I see that we only have 5 rocks, so I hear ya. What is he doing? Oh, there's that fucking bear. Excuse my French. He is coming this way. Come on, Bacon. I don't want to fight him yet. All right, deactivate, pick up. Nope. What do we got to get rid of here? Let's get rid of this one piece of meat. All right, let's get the heck out of here. I'm not taking that salt because it's buried in a rock, and I'm not gonna take the time to mine a whole entire rock right now. 23 seconds of cave lung left. That's lovely. Whew. That bear stressed me right out. So we need to find some watermelon. Oh, there's a salt right there. Is that just a deer? Yes, it is. All right. Nope. Nope. You know what? I'm sick of running from these a-holes. He comes at me, he comes at me. You guys may not think those grizzlies are a big deal, but they can definitely be a big deal. Let's go down here slowly and carefully. Couple of deer we don't care about, okay. So we're gonna come down here. What is this? Aluminum. Yeah, I didn't go over mining nodes with you. So these, you're going to find these periodically throughout the game. They're just called deep mining ore deposits. Later on in the game, you'll actually be able to create little drills that you can put on there, and you can consistently process the ore, which is, or, you know, draw the ore out of the earth there. I see that horse. Normally I would kill him, but we're trying to get someplace right now, and I have a feeling that we're going to have a storm here pretty quick. We're getting low on water, so we're going to let this... Alright, let's go ahead and take that out of there. Take this. Let's go ahead and re-up our buffs. And we got another inventory spacer because we used up our soybeans. Do we have a... Yeah, let's go ahead and pick this up for now. We don't really need to, but if it means that we don't have to stop and deploy the water filter again, then that's less time consuming for sure. All right. So right now we're here. Let's go ahead and grab another oxite. I'm very much using my ears right now to what's around me, trying to make sure that we're not accidentally getting jumped. Very, very, very big cave. If the storm that I think is coming comes sooner rather than later, we're going to turn around and go back there and hold up for the night. I suspect these two yellow lines down here are deer. They are. We'll just leave them be. Dude, do you want me to kill you? Completely just left its baby behind, by the way. Alright, some more. Oh. What is that? A deer again? This is easily one of my favorite islands in the game. It's one of the only places that has this little stream running through it. And I love these old... We could actually process this if we wanted to. We're going to follow this down to the water. We are almost... Look at this. How beautiful is this? This would be a nice place to visit. Let's go over here. Oxite, it looks like. Yep. All right, so just a little bit about the area where we're heading up to here in B3. We're almost there. You know what? I think that we can... Let's go ahead right there. It is a very beautiful place, but it is also very dangerous. So I'm just letting everybody know that that when we get there, I'll be acting with an abundance of caution. And it's because there is a lot of animal life there. I mean, a lot. Oh, son of a biscuit. A lot of animal life, wildlife. So it's not very uncommon to kill one thing and then have it is not uncommon to kill one thing and then have a whole bunch of stuff come out of nowhere to kill you, or to get the meat that you know have just so nicely broken out for them. So we're gonna leave that there. So when we get up there, we're gonna be taking it nice and slow just to get set up. The goal is to get in there, build a shit shack to stay in for the short term, and then see if his eyeball appears or if I can just sneak by him. Oh yeah, there we go. Build a shit shack for us to stay in temporarily, and then we want to get our animal deterrent up. So there's something in the game that you can actually build that's kind of like a scarecrow, and it stops stuff from spawning in your immediate vicinity, so it can make your space a little bit safer. That's the immediate plan. So I can't believe we got this far. Another salt. Wonderful. See how you like stop automatically? Watch, there's gonna be stringy meat on this. No, good job. Okay, let's destroy this. Don't need it right now. And that way no creatures are gonna come out of anywhere. Let's go ahead and get this salt. And when we get to where we're going, I will go ahead and spend those talent points. Let's go ahead and refresh. Get a little bit of hit points, get a little bit of stamina. So beautiful here. Now, in these woods, there are piranha. And the piranha will chew the shit out of you. So where we are right now appears to be safe. But where we're going, the water has those piranhas in there. Let's see if we can collect this. Nope. Our inventory is full and I don't feel like dealing with it. We're almost at our spot, so. Here we are. We've arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, take it in. What a frickin' view. It's beautiful. This right here is where we are going to build our home. This is the view that we're going to have. It's going to be amazing. So, we're going to build our shit shack right over in this corner. Let's go ahead and put our fire pit down with some wood. We're going to sort. Let's actually take that wood because that's the exact amount of wood that we need. We need one stick. Crafting, drying rack, craft. So, drying rack is a very, very handy thing. I haven't needed it until then. It gives us another way to prepare food. So for instance, let's take a look at basic dried meat. So this is cooked meat from basic meat, right? From basic raw meat. 75 maximum health plus 20 health regen. So if we actually were to dry that, plus 75 health plus 20 health regen, minus 25% food consumption. So it's actually better food than that. It doesn't, it does give us the plus 20 health when consumed. So it heals us. It actually gives us the added advantage of minus 25 food consumption. But the big thing here is that if you take a look, it says provides the basic dried meat modifier for 1200 seconds. Whereas this meat, if you take a look, you'll see it says provides the cooked meat modifier for 900 seconds. So the dried stuff actually lasts longer. So that's another way that we can prepare food. But the primary reason why I build these, to be perfectly honest, is for storage. Because I need space. So we're going to actually come here. And we need to get a shit shack built. Toot sweet. Oops, I didn't mean to take that. What a waste right now. Let's go ahead and just destroy that. I think I just did some more. Let's turn on the torch so we can see what the heck we're grabbing. Let's grab some wood. Heard a bear there. I don't feel like setting up the water thing right away, so we're just going to drink some of that or eat some of that watermelon, and that's going to hydrate us for a little period of time here. Chop down our first tree. Excellent. That's definitely a grizzly bear. All right. So we're going to build right here. And we're going to do this. No, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. What the hell is this? Horse and bear working together. I'm telling you that fighting the bear is, I can kill him by himself, but it's because he follows a very specific pattern. And if you have a horse stomping on you and chewing on your ass when you're trying to kill him, that's not a good thing. Let's go ahead and deal with this. I'm not doing this right now. So we're going to go ahead and kill him. See, all you have to do is sidestep, and he'll just leave you alone. Well, he won't. He'll just kill you and disembowel you, but... as long as they're consistent about the way that they're going, we really don't have horse to stay away from us. Oops. Best area to be fighting them in, but whatever. We're doing okay. Pick that bush out of our way. What is he doing? That is not normal, what he was doing there. That gets the blood pumping. Anyways, so we most assuredly did not want to have to deal with him and the horse at the same time because we would have died. The only thing I might have done there is I might have jumped into the water. You'll see that sometimes it's just what you have to do. All right, so let's go like this. We're going to craft and we're going to make some floors. So let's make like 6 floors right now. Let's go ahead and put this bear meat in there. I think that what we're going to do, this may seem rather silly, I think I'm going to actually go like this. Let's go like this. And then we're going to bring this down here. 6, we're going to break that. Bring it up. 6. Yeah, let's go ahead. Whoops. So as long as you're going partially into a wall, you can actually build right off of that wall. And you can even, as long as you're attached to what's going in there, then you could do that. So I actually want to have, I think that's 3, 4, and 5. Sort, craft, let's build a couple more. And I think that we're going to go like that. Okay. Sort. Food buffs. Yep. 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 Okay. So now, there we go. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and cut down another tree because it's going to come down anyways in the storms. You don't have to do this when you're building your shit shack. You can build it anywhere you want to. But I have a feeling that the wildlife around here is, and I've had enough of experience building here, that it wouldn't be beyond them attacking and tearing down the building if it were on the ground. So I want to build a little bit up. Let's go and get our, do we have our, we do, let's go and get our charcoal. We're also going to take a moment and we're going to repair everything. That is really, really dangerous. There's nothing worse than going in, getting into a fight, and then all of a sudden your weapon breaks on you. It's not a good thing at all. Skin quickly, please. Thank you. Okay. Let's come down here. Go into there. Yep. Wait just a second. And fill up our water and get the hell out of here. Mr. Buffalo, please don't mess with me right now. Nice. Nice shooting, Tex. Let's go ahead and we're actually going to take this meat and throw it in there as well. So I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's look underneath. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do sort. Let's go 5 more. Let's do this. So we can add to our spoil plants. Oh, they didn't turn into spoil plants. Well, that's not good. All right, where did our... Didn't we just make some more floors? I thought we did. All right. Oh, that's what I did. Okay. I see what I did. Hello. Ay, caramba. I don't feel like dealing with this right now. Let's steal, let's craft walls. How many walls can we make? We need more wood. Let's go ahead and cut this one. Another frickin' bear. If I had a nickel for every time a piece of wood has fallen through the ground in this game on me, I swear I would be able to buy a new gaming PC. For sure. For sure. I hate those bears. I hate them. I hate them. Okay, so let's do 8. Stop. Looks like I already built walls. Yeah, no, actually, let's do this. Sort 2 more. And then we need 2, 4, 6, 8 more. 8 of these, please. Come on, come on. No, thank you. I don't want to fight any of that. Just a buffalo. Apparently seen something really yummy he had to get to while he was scaring the shit out of me. Hopefully this will be enough. As I was saying previously, can't get us. Oh. All right, here we'll wrecked our ramp a little bit. Can we Let's go like this. Destroy. Craft. Repair. Oh, let's go ahead and skin them. Sort. I am creating entirely too many pieces. So you see these little arrows that are here, and you'll see they're pointing in different directions. If I want to put the thing into the next space, I just hit whatever arrow. So for instance, if I'm on this arrow, it'll build it onto that end, this end, out there, for instance. So, and then of course I just hit R, and I can rotate however I want the piece to go. Right? Now, let's sort. Let's go to here. We're almost done the shit shack. Let's go here. And let's go here. We're going to learn all of those. Let's go grab our fire. Of course. Now, right now, I think this is all very helpful. Assuming that the huge, I am, just because we're almost done the building, I'm just going to let you know right now, I'm freaking amazed how long it has been since we've had a storm. Oh, look at, we've got a wound that we missed from that pig, and it could have turned into another festering one. Ooh, thank you for this. Not good. Man, I hate getting jumped. I did not hear him at all. All right, let's go get a drink of water. There's another terror horse. We're just gonna let him. Let's go up here because I need an oxite, and I'm pretty sure there's usually some around here. Here we go. Great. Stamina, yes. Okay, nothing. You know what? I do not. Oh. What the heck happened there? I do not want that moa to come over here before I've had a chance to kill our friend here. See how fast he went? Okay, and one more. Oh, thank God. Come on, stop moving. Loot all, loot all, loot all, loot all. Good, okay. Let's go in here and consume stack. Put that in there. This place is terrifying at night. This is why we have to get our sleeping bag down. Let's grab some more oxite. All right, let's go. Let's get to our shit shack. Let's finish it. Let's sleep through the night. Then we'll talk about a few things. Just bonkers. Bonkers. Oh. Bee tree. We're going to leave him for now. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Sort. I think, do I have enough to build another? No, of course I need fiber. Let's build some more. Let's grab some more fiber. Do we got enough yet? You may have heard my grumbly son growling in the background. If he starts barking, I'm going to mute the microphone for a second and trying to get him to quiet down. He must have heard a... And there we go. Let's go ahead and... No. Okay. So let's go like this. Let's put this right here. And then let's fill it up with stuff. Great. Let's come in here, put the bacon on. Do we have some more wood? Yes, food. Great. I'll put that in there. Let's put that in there. Sort. We're gonna pick this up. We're gonna grab that. And then I happen to know that this is, I don't have a hammer to repair it right now. So I'm gonna do something a little cheeky. There we go. Let's come in here and we're going to take this wood. And I want to make 2 of these. Sort. And then we're going to come over here. There we go. And look how cool that looks. Hey? Rather than that great big huge set. Alright, and we're going to need some more fiber and stuff. But for now, I think that we're good enough to lay the sleeping bag down, bind ourselves, have a sleep. There we go. Now let's grab the things that we wanted here. And we're going to put that in there, and we're going to put that in there. We're going to take this, we're going to actually destroy this one. Sort, yep. Oh, spaghetti-o. I know where I'm going, and there's a very specific reason why I'm doing this. There's a really good possibility that with this storm, our house is going to get hit by lightning. Okay, let's let him just bugger off. Let's go over here. Now, these storms are terrible. And it only makes sense to me that I made mention that we hadn't had a storm in a really long time. And guess what kind of storm we get is the flash lightning storm. Probably, I'm going to say like 25% of the time, or maybe a little bit lower, that I'm in a shit shack and this storm comes along, my place gets hit by lightning. And I do not have the tool right now that I need to be able to put that fire out. So at tier 1, they have a thing called a fire whacker. I bet you that I can craft it right now. So I probably should have checked that out before I went running like a sissy. But it's better to be safe than sorry, in my opinion. When we get back, once this storm is over, we're going to just try and do a little bit of organization. Oh, what a first episode. I cannot believe how awkward I've been and fumbling and the mistakes I've been making. So I'm only going to assume that's because of how nervous I am. And I hope that you guys stuck around long enough to watch this. And I hope that you'll come back and give me a second chance. I think that we're going to be just fine. Oh, yeah, there we go. At least it's way... no, that's gonna spread. I really hope it just contains itself to that one tree. I haven't had a chance to go over there and clear that stuff yet. Of course. Clearly, we took a lot of damage. Wow. All right, well, I didn't want to spend a point to build it. I feel like it's a wasted point. I need some more stone, of course. 1, 2, 3. Crafting. I don't like building this particular hammer because it is so weak, and it takes. I usually like trying to wait till I hit level 10 and making the iron one. But it is what it is. This place looks awful. Yep. What the heck is going on down there? That horse is making a racket. All right, now. Yep. All right, sort. How did this go? That got blown out because of the fire. Let's bring that over here. Let's add to stack. Let's sort. Let's go ahead and consume that. Let's go ahead and what level are we? We are level 8. I probably shouldn't have destroyed that other one, but whatever. What is up with all of the grizzly bears? So this is one of the reasons why I was talking about building an animal deterrent as soon as possible. Because I'm going to kill this guy in the water. I'll deal with the piranhas. I just don't feel like it's much quicker. Of course. I need one rock. Oh, what the heck was that? Looks like something was in a fight over here. That boar, he must have been fighting a horse or something. Because we heard a horse screaming. Killed him as he was coming off the cliff. Nice. Now we want to be careful when we're underwater to try and not to drink any of the dirty stuff. And let's go over here and see if we can find the old grizzly bear. Oh, get out of here. See that grizzly bear anywhere? Is that him? Nope. Let's get out of here. Let the water have him. let's grab some frickin' fiber. All right. Hopefully we have enough to build some doors and windows. Sort, craft. Let's go ahead and put, do we have space in here? We do. Great. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. There we go. Sort. Crafting. How many windows do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4 windows. Craft. And then let's craft 1 door. All right. Let's go ahead and craft here. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is a really good place to leave things for now. We're going to make this our screenshot for our thumbnail. Like I said, certainly it was a very clunky adventure today. I hope that you'll come back and watch some more. I promise that things will be a little bit smoother next episode. I appreciate you sticking with me to the end. If you did, do me a favor, and if you think that you might want to watch more of me, come back and see it. See the next episode. Go ahead and give me a like. If you know anybody else who's starting the game and think that they may get a kick out of what just happened, then by all means, please share. If you'd like to show me a little bit more love and a little bit more support and help give me the encouragement that I so desperately crave to keep on going, then please go ahead and subscribe. Thank you very much. Had a great time today, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.